Ayun. Hello mga ka-OFE! Welcome to the second episode of OFE Kickstart. I am Michael Pe and we are the Overseas Filipino Entrepreneurs. Ang goal namin is to convert ang mga OFWs to OFE or from workers to entrepreneurs. In my profession here in Singapore, I'm lucky enough na makausap ako ng napakaraming mga OFWs. At napansin ko, there's something in common. Ano yun? Ang gusto natin makauwi na para magkaroon ng sariling negosyo. So I started my first business around mga siguro 3 years ago and I realized na kaya naman pala natin. Ang kailangan lang natin ay sistema. Kaya binuo namin tong OFE. So our topic tonight is very interesting, It will be about franchising. I know na lahat kayo familiar dito and I believe na this is one of the best way para magsimula bilang negosyante as an OFW kasi meron na tong sistema. Pero ang pain point ng isang pagnenegosyo habang tayo ay nasa abroad ay kung sino ba mag-handle nito, Kamag-anak ba natin? Kaibigan natin na hindi eksperto sa pagnenegosyo? Yeah, we're very excited on our partnership with EF or Easy Franchise. Ito yung magiging solusyon sa mga pain point ng pagnenegosyo habang nasa abroad. And tonight, sasamahan tayo ng aming idolo sa OFE pagdating sa pagnenegosyo. He is also the inspiration kaya ginawa namin tong OFE and the co-founder of Easy Franchise. He is a lot of things. He is a host in Bloomberg PH featuring startups and CNN Philippines, Philippine Realty TV. He is also the co-founder of Mercato Central, the largest night food market and business incubator. Actually, kami mga OFE founders, co-founders is a investor dito sa Mercato United Kitchen. And Enter PH, a business consultancy firm specializing in investor relations and enterprise establishment. And ito pa, he is also the country's honorary consul of Monaco. Alam mo, nakakatawa yung backstory na to, Kasi around 2 years ago, kailangan ko pumunta sa bahay ni Sir. And pagpunta ko doon, nakita ko, bakit parang mali yata yung address na napuntahan ko. Kasi nakita ko is parang bahay ng Consul of Monaco. Then I called him and I realized na, doon ko lang nalaman na consul din pala ng Monaco si Sir. So, huwag natin patagalin pa. Let's welcome Mr. RJ Ledesma.
Hi, kumusta po? Idol Mike, maraming salamat sa lahat po na nakikinig dito ngayon sa ating OFE Kickstart. At binabati ko lahat ng ating mga kapang OFE na nakikinig sa Singapore at sa buong mundo. Bago lahat, gusto lang batiin itong idol ko mula sa UAE, si Francis Errol Medino. Yan, partner natin yan. Ito yung comment niya. Sa comments niya, nandyan yung comment niya, idols ko ang mga ito. Francis, ikaw yung idol ko. Isa yung idolo sa UAE. At ito rin to kay Jan Regala. Excited na ako. Thank you, Sir RJ Ledesma. Maraming salamat. Alam mo, pasensya Mike, kasi ako, trabaho ko bilang isang host. Kaya sanay ako pag usually dito ako sa side ng hindi yung host. Nagiging host na rin ako
Kaya nga ito kaya nga kinakabahan ako sir kasi eksperto ko na pagdating sa pag-host.
Okay, maraming salamat sa lahat ng nakikinig dito ngayon. At bago lahat, I'm sure marami kayong mga katanungan tungkol sa franchising, 'di ba? Kung gusto niyo magpatayo ng franchise, kung gusto niyo kumuha ng franchise, kung may negosyo kayo sa Pilipinas na gusto niyo ipa-franchise, kung may mga negosyo kayo diyan sa Singapore, sa UAE na balak niyo sana dalhin sa Pilipinas para i-franchise, you can also ask those questions here right now. At ito na lang, Michael, before we start this conversation tungkol sa Easy Franchise, pwede niyong bisitahin ngayon yung aming Easy Franchise website. That's easyfranchise.com. Inuulit ko lang, easyfranchise.com. We have more than 100 plus franchises na matatagpuan dyan. You can choose from them. And if you also go to our Easy Franchise Facebook page at may katanungan kayo, you are interested to get a franchise or to start a franchise, absolutely free to consult with us to ask about franchising. Ito, isang malaking announcement. This is the first time ever that we're doing it. If you see the page, and I'll discuss this mamaya, it's our international franchise day. That's the first time on 8/28. Kung may Shopee, may Lazada, nag-franchise, nag-sale, we have a sale for franchises. So that's the best time for you to, if you're looking for a franchise to put up here in the Philippines, this is one of the best times for you to actually take a look and get a franchise here because we got special deals, almost 50% off the franchise fee. Iba naman dito, 0 franchise fee. So check that out this coming 8/28 sa Easy Franchise.
Ayun. Gabe. Sir RJ, before siguro mag-start yung presentation no, regarding easy franchise, no? So,
Oo.
ano bang usual advantage no as OFWs? Ano bang advantage natin na magkaroon tayo ng sariling franchise sa Pilipinas?
Okay. Unang-una sa lahat, gusto magpasalamat kay Francis Errol Medina dahil natuto kay Ka-Errol, di ba, na nasa UAE ngayon, na importansya para sa ating mga OFWs na magkanegosyo sa Pilipinas, di ba? And I'm sure that you've learned this as well, but I just want to reiterate it and re-establish the importance of this one over here, na yung kontrata nyo abroad is not forever, right?
Yes,
In other words, you might be doing very, very well abroad, but the problem is that once that contract ends and you come back and that money has not been invested properly, anong uuwian ninyo, 'di ba, na negosyo, 'di ba? So, all OFWs must always have what they call your plan B when you come back to the Philippines, and that's what's very key. Now, if you have a plan B, there are many ways to invest, and it depends on what we call Mike, you invest, right? So, it depends on your risk appetite and your
Yes.
entrepreneurial attitude. I mean, the simplest to do is make sure you've got your stocks, you've got your mutual funds, you've got your insurance, of course, no? But
Yes.
if you also want to get more entrepreneurial, there are two ways of doing business. Unang-una, pwede kang magtayo ng sariling negosyo, which you can put up habang nasa abroad kayo, or you can put up a franchise business habang nasa abroad kayo. The bigger question lang here is that what will require the least amount of effort coming from you? If you have the equal amount of resources, what will require the least amount of effort for you na mapapatakbo yung negosyo kahit wala kayo dyan at mapapatakbo ng maayos habang wala kayo dyan, di ba? So like usually I tell people, it's good to put up a business in the Philippines. If you've got time to run it remotely at kaya mo to run it remotely, then maybe you could set up your own business. But remember, there is a trial and error process of putting up your own business. You can fail, you can succeed, you don't know. The thing with putting up a franchise business, the only difference here that I see is very big, is that many franchises have what we call a 90% success rate. At baka magtataka kayo kung bakit malaki yung success rate ng isang franchise. Especially what we call the vetted franchise, yung talagang dumaan na sa proseso, like for those of you offer in Mercat, in the Easy Franchise website, lahat yan, nakita na namin, hindi sila fly-by-night, di ba? And it's 90% because the people who are the franchisor, yung may-ari ng franchise, the one who is franchising out their product, have already gone through the failures, di ba? So by the time that they get to you, they will give you an operations manual, di ba? Nakalagay na sa operations manual kung paano patakbuhin yung negosyo. So more or less, and of course at the same time, they also help you find a good location. Magaling sila maghanap, di ba? Before they give you the franchise, a good franchisor will tell you, good location, not a good location, right? By the time they go to you at may franchise manual ka na, at least you know that the probability for success is higher. So, for all the OFWs out there, stepping back again, what's your plan B? Plan B is always good. And you know, if you were to diversify your risk, maybe it's a basket of investments that you make back in the Philippines, ranging from insurance, stock market, mutual funds, franchising, and maybe even real estate. But what you just must remember now, when you make an investment over here, diba, you want to make your money make money, diba? That's basically you want your money to make money. Wag sana sa mga ibang items na matutulog lang yung pera ninyo. So kunyari, diba, iba dyan, Mike, diba, alahas yung binibili. But it's not easily liquefiable, right? Or raw land yung kinukuha. But gano'ng katagal yung PC mo hanggang kikita na yung pera na yan, di ba? When you need the money to liquefy, is it there in time? But the nice thing about something like a franchising business, especially if it's a fast-moving franchise business, let's say milk tea or LPG or convenience store, at least you know it's making money on a regular basis. There are business models, there are financial projections for you to understand that business is working or not.
Yes. Actually, okay yan, Sir RJ. Kasi alam mo, sobrang dami nagreklamo sa akin no, ng mga nakakuha ng mga franchise sa Pilipinas na medyo naubusan ng stocks, yung mga ganung bagay. Yung mga...
Pag-usapan din natin mamay konti. Pag sa presentation ko, I'll explain even a bit more about naubusan ng stocks. Kasi, well, I'll tell you a bit more right now about actually yung origin ng Easy Franchise, kung paano nabuo yung ideya na ito, no? And how it relates back to what you're saying, Mike, no? It actually came about, no? Again, I have to refer back to my good friend, si Ka-Errol dyan sa UAE. Kasi nung isang beses, he invited me to give a talk there in Dubai. And when I was giving a talk on entrepreneurship for OFWs, may sumama sa amin na isang water refilling franchise. At nabigla ako dahil nung nagsasalita yung taga-water refilling franchise, yung may-ari mismo, ang daming gustong kumuha ng water refilling franchise. Kasi this is what I realized, di ba? Bilang entrepreneur, you look at pain points because pain points are merely opportunities to create business, di ba? Kung sasagutin mo yung pain points ng tao, diyan ka kikita ng pera, di ba? And we were there, I realized, how yung ating mga OFW para sa oportunidad. Yung problema lang is maraming lumalapit sa ating mga OFW because they are far away, they don't have access directly to information. Sometimes nasa scam sila or sa mga fly-by-night na yung mga franchising, di ba? So for example, di ba, sa Facebook lang, that's why for us, if you go to our easyfranchise.com page, vinabet muna namin yan bago makasama sa page namin. Because it doesn't mean that if it's the cheapest franchise out there, it's the best franchise, di ba?
Correct.
And usually people kumukuha ng mga tinatawag ko yung fly-by-night, yung kinukuha na yung pera ninyo at nawawala. Wala nang supplies, di ba?
Yes, correct.
And they just mag-Facebook boost post saying that they're very good. But where's their track record, di ba? What have they done? Iba naman, sobrang mahal naman. You don't know, kahit sobrang mahal, doesn't mean that they're a good franchise. You know, for you to invest in a good franchise, you will invest maybe depende sa inyo, it could be a substantial amount, maybe 250,000, 350,000 pesos. Depende. For me, that's a mid-sized franchise, which is pretty good. Because you're not just investing, you're investing in the services, the operations, the supplies, the equipment. And, for me, that's very important. So more or less, if you're going to spend on a franchise, I tell you right now, mga 250 to 350K up to 500K is a mid-sized franchise, which I think is good, no? So yan yung una. When I was there, yung aha moment nga, nung nandiyan ako sa Dubai, was that, so our OFWs are looking for legitimate sources of franchising, opportunities. Kasi nung pumunta kami dyan sa Dubai, syempre, kaalay po namin dito, kaalyada po namin yung DTI. We had to get accredited by the DTI. Nandiyan yung taga-DTI dyan, Department of Trade and Industry, yung commercial attaché. Nandiyan rin sa seminar namin, di ba? So, they knew, that's why, number one, isang pain point, OFWs want that opportunity, right? Yes. The second thing na lumabas dyan is that when we were there, nung tinanong ng isang OFW dyan, sino po yung magpapatakbo ng franchise ko habang nasa Pilipinas, habang nandito ako natatrabaho sa Dubai, sino magpapatakbo sa Pilipinas? At nung sumagot yung franchisor, parang hindi siya complete, hindi siya enough para sa ating mga OFW. Sabi niya, baka pwede mo yan ibigay sa inyong mga kamag-anak o kaibigan para patakbuhin yan. Problema niyan is that, unang-una, nandyan ba yung skill set? Nandyan ba yung kakompetensya? Yan ba yung competence ng ating mga locals, di ba? Just because they are your brother or if they have the management skills, why not, right? But more often than not, they don't have the management skills. Or if you give it to friends or katiwala mo or whatever, good friend, it doesn't mean that they've got the skills. And more often than not, we've heard so many yung mga sad stories na pag-uwi dyan sa bahay. Sarado na yung franchise kasi hindi sa pangit yung franchise, hindi tama yung pamamalakad ng franchise na yan. Hindi po ba? Or
nasisira pa yung relationship pa minsan, Sir RJ.
Yeah, no? Or they don't use the money properly, right? They don't use the money pag pinapadala yung pera, hindi pa lang pupunta sa franchise, di ba?
Very common.
Oh, very common yan. So, second pain point is that you need to have somebody who can professionally manage a business for an OFW habang abroad siya. Para pag uwi niya, tumatakbo na yung negosyo niya na franchise. And at that point, dapat may option yung franchisee, ikaw yung OFW franchisee na pag uwi nyo, kung gusto mo patakbuhin yung franchise by yourself, okay lang. But if you want somebody to continue running the franchise for you professionally, nandyan rin yung option na yan. So that's exactly why Easy Franchise was formed in the first place. I thought of it para sa ating overseas Filipino future entrepreneurs, di ba? Ating OFFE. At the same time, so we wanted a place na kahit online kayo, kasi where will you get all that information? Pwede ba kayo pumunta sa franchise show sa Pilipinas? Hindi, di ba? May isang lugar kung saan yung makikita lahat? Wala. That's why you put together the Easy Franchise site. The second pain point that we were trying to address is exactly that one. Sino magpapatakbo ng negosyo ninyo habang nandiyan kayo abroad? Even if you have an exit plan, you want to make sure foolproof yung exit plan ninyo. We offer franchise management services for our OFWs who are based abroad. So when you come home, nandiyan na yan. And third and most importantly, di ba, sometimes kailangan yung presensya mismo ng OFW. Siya yung mag-fill up the document, kailangan pa niya umuwi sa Pilipinas just to fill up the documents, di ba? Pain point rin yan. So ginawa namin, we digitized all the applications. So
Wow.
kahit nandyan kayo abroad, you can go to the easyfranchise.com website. The whole process, you can register online even while you are abroad. So really, that's the big difference that we have with Easy Franchise versus, I mean, and there's no other product like us in the market here right now. And I'm sure isa pang tanong ng ating mga OFW ngayon dyan, ano ba yung medyo patok na franchise dito ngayon? What are the hot franchises here in the Philippines ngayon? Kasi baka inaakala nila, ay, di ba na pandemya? So, baka hindi uso yung franchise. Let me tell you something. Some of the hottest franchises right now are what we call essential franchises, di ba? Dahil lahat ng tao ngayon ay mga puro work from home, di ba? WFH, work from home sila lahat ngayon. So, because of the change in lifestyle of work from home, they want essential goods to be closer to them. Kagaya ng you have yung hot ngayon. Alam mo, milk tea franchise, grabe yung milk tea franchise. Why is milk tea franchise? Why do the milk tea franchises do good? The milk tea franchises do good because for people, it's like a semblance of normality, di ba? Kasi syempre, nung yung sa ibang milk tea franchise, ang grabe ng sales because parang feeling nila normal yung buhay nila, di ba? Pag nag-milk tea sila. It's a comfort drink now for many people. But what's important right now is to choose a milk tea franchise na may konting differentiation lang talaga, di ba? Like, we have one called Right Tea. It's healthy tea franchise. Isa naman yung Kumi. Isa naman dyan yung Kurimi. These are all good choices for milk tea franchises. Isa pa na malakas sa amin ngayon, donuts. Why? It's also comfort food eh. Like Mr. Donut is such a strong franchise for us here right now. Isa pa, LPG. Bakit malakas yung LPG ngayon? Phoenix LPG. Why? Because yung mga tao nagluluto ngayon sa bahay, di ba? Because of work from home, mas marami nagluluto sa bahay, so they need to get small franchises mga mini LPG franchises. Family Mart is franchising here right now also. So why Family Mart? Because they want the convenience store to be closer to their places. So right now, it's a very good time for you to invest in what we call yung mga mga essential franchises. It's always food. Food is one. Milk tea is one. Lavada is one actually. Lavada is our franchise for clothes because everybody's working at home right now. Wala rin oras para maglaba. Yung Lavada offers a service na sila pa yung kukuha ng damit sa bahay mo to go to wash and they will bring it back to you, di ba? So that's an important thing. Also, when you look for franchises right now na magaling, dapat hanapin niyo yung mga franchises na nakatulong sa mga franchises nila habang sa panahon ng pandemya na mag-pivot yung negosyo nila. Ibig sabihin, inayos yung negosyo nila for the new normal. Kunyari, you have to look for pag-food franchises which offer now, they can help you with Food Panda and Grab Food to continue your services. Yes. Yung kagaya ng Lavada, which have taught them right now how to be able to use, delivery service to improve their business. Yan talaga yung importante. So itong lumalabas dito, kay Almonds, like you saying na may franchise brand na last year, 60% pa lang food cost nila. Grabe, wala pang support sa franchises. That's why, again, not that I can't tell you how good the other ones are, no? But usually what we do for our part is we vet them muna. In fact, we look at before we even accept them, we look at the profit and loss statements. We look at their track record of these people whom we carry. So we're very confident that who we put into Easy Franchise in terms of the franchises na nabet namin are good. They have a good return on investment. We know that. Otherwise, we would not be carrying them right now. Kay Almonds, further to this, yung net product sold is 40% po, yung 60% po ang cost ng products ng franchisor. 40% kukunin ni franchisee yung operating expense, rent, sweldo, utilities. It really depends. Like I said, that's why we usually step in. That's our job as Easy Franchise. We come in and we will advise you on what is a good franchise deal and what is not a good franchise deal. Right now, I can't tell because if this is the data that came to you right now, this should have been, and you were surprised by it, you should have known that Almonds at the very start before the franchise came to you. So they, like for our franchises, they know exactly how much they think they're going to be making from the start to the end. They know how much cost goes to the franchisee in terms of, let's say, royalties, in terms of food costs. All that is there. Dapat kumbaga transparent sila kaagad sa'yo and how soon you'll make it back. I'm proud to say that many of the franchises we get have gotten multiple franchises from us because they have strong support from their franchisors. Yan na talaga. So dapat magaling. I mean, if you've made the purchase, if you've made that investment, there's not much I can do to help you over there. But if you're looking for another franchise that is franchisors who are more helpful and can give you and have been vetted to be a bit more successful, we can help you with that one.
Actually, sa website nyo pa lang, Sir RJ, napakaganda na. Kasi sa website, makikita mo kung may available location.
Yeah,
Tapos lahat ng mga franchisors nyo, nandun na siya.
So dalawa yan, diba? In the site, you can look for either it's you can choose based on your. If you go to the site, you can choose based on your budget, based on the type of franchise that you want. You want food, you want service. Remember, when you're looking for a franchise, mga kaibigan, ito yung importante, diba? Kahit popular yung milk tea ngayon, hindi ibig sabihin milk tea rin yung kukunin mo ngayon dito, diba? You know, for example, you have to see. I often call it about what is the problem that you're trying to solve. So, kunyari, you go to a building or nasa like we cover the whole Philippines. Just to remind you, kasi alam ko yung OFW natin, hindi na taga Manila. It's Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. So you know, there's an opportunity all over the place to get a franchise. We can do that, especially for Phoenix LPGs. If you want to get, we can help you get particularly in the Vismin area, no? So you have to find out what is missing in the area. So kunyari, pag nakita mo successful na yung milk tea sa inyo, kukuha ka ba ng isang milk tea franchise? Hindi, kasi marami ng milk tea dyan.
Maghahati sila.
Maghahati kayo. But kung wala pang Mr. Donut dyan, yan yung kukunin ko. Or Lavada franchise, yan yung kukunin ko because it's not yet being serviced in that area. That's how basically you choose over there. Francis, I can't tell you here right now, with regard to the question, is very good. Sir, ano pong average royalty fee percentage? It really depends also on a per franchise basis. What I recommend strongly is that if you like to know, please go visit the Easy Franchise Facebook page. You can ask the questions there from our consultants. Kasi iba't iba, depending on the industry, if it's food, if it's service, they have different values and they have different, they offer different packages. So I really can't tell you which one works the best. It really depends. First of all, I say, get a franchise which you think you can be passionate about, diba? Like one Rapid Day. We have Rapid Day actually as a franchisee, diba? Ano yung Rapid Day, diba? Yung for car repairs, diba? Isa naman dyan. And if that's what you like, diba? I mean, it's a different cost. It's much larger, but if you love cars, it's perfect. If you love, you know, cars and all those things, that's what you can do. Hi, Katricia Garcia. Kumusta? Thanks so much for listening to us here right now as well. So those are things that you might want to consider. If you want, Mike, let's show my presentation a bit. And habang ginagawa natin dyan, baka may ibang katanungan yung mga tao na lalabas habang binibigay ko yung presentation ko. Again, maraming salamat sa lahat ng mga nakikinig. Just post your questions here in the chat box. Love to answer it. So let me just tell you a bit more about Easy Franchise. Kanina, kunento ko na yung secret origin ng Easy Franchise. Naisip ko yun sa Dubai as one of the co-founders of this platform. Again, Easy Franchise is the go-to platform for all things franchising. So whether or not you are, so unang-una, kunyari kayo, gusto nyong maging franchisee ng isang popular franchise brand dito, you go to us. So gusto mo maging franchisee. Number 2, you have a business in the Philippines. Gusto nyo ipa-franchise kasi sa palagay ninyo may potential siya. We can help turn your business into a franchise and we can market it at the same time. Or kunyari ngayon right now, you have a business that is already a franchise but you need to grow it some more by getting more franchisees. You can go to us. We can help you with that business as well. So yeah, we are the platform for all things franchising. Next slide, please. So, it says over here, we are founded on the premise that the process for franchising in the Philippines can be confusing and difficult, especially kung nasa abroad kayo. So, many potential investors na OFWs don't have access, or when you have access, sometimes, whether we like it or not, Mike, maraming manloloko dyan, di ba?
Yes,
especially
correct,
for OFWs because they have a lack of information. What we're trying to do is resolve that problem where they have a lack of information. We give you more information by coming here to Easy Franchise. And we provide, like I said, there's digital application process. We have a very special feature there. It's an Easy Franchise page where you can choose based on your budget. You just input your budget, input your what industry you like. It will come out over there, which franchise might be ideal for you. Next slide, please. Yan. So there's 3 things we do. No? Una, we can do franchise management. Like I said earlier on, we can help run your franchise for you. So, wag na kayo mag-alala kung nasa abroad kayo. Kasi we tell people, sinasabi nila, sige, maglalagay ako ng franchise pag uwi ko na lang, di ba? It might be too late. Because, there's only a limited number of locations. Guys, in this pandemic, di ba, two situations, right? People, smart, if it comes to investment, some people, because ang dami magagandang offer ngayon ng mga franchise, because they all need to make money, the smart investor bought franchises here right now and put them in really good locations. So when the economy improves, may franchise na sila, di ba? In a good location. The longer that you wait, positioning, di ba? But if you wait too long, you won't be able to go there. So what you do is you can invest in a franchise right now and you can have us manage that franchise for you. Next one, franchise development. May negosyo kayo sa Pilipinas, a food business, a service business that you think is franchisable, lumapit kayo sa amin. We can help you develop it into a franchise. Or
Sir RJ, excuse me, pagdating dito ba, for example, yung problem ni scalable yung business, pero the problem is funding. But the business owner okay lang magbigay sa kanya ng equity sa kanyang business. Do you do that as well?
So what can happen is this one. So kunyari, you can grow the business through franchising, right? So the investor doesn't invest in the main business. The investor can invest in the franchised business that he gets. Diba? Okay. So that's how you grow the business. So there are different business models for that one. Very easy, diba? Yes. What the business owner has to do is convert it into a franchisable business model. Yes. And that's what we can help them do. So that's one, diba? Franchise development. The last one is digital application. Like I said, no need for you to come home, no more paperwork, diba? Especially, I'm sure sa Singapore, sanay na kayo sa paperless work. Even sa Dubai, sa ibang Middle Eastern countries, you're used to paperless work. And di ba, hassle pa yan, uwi pa kayo dito para magpirmahan pa. Di ba? It's a bit difficult, di ba? So this one, we've digitized the applications of many of our top franchisors online already. Next slide, please.
So, Sir RJ, may tanong din pala ako dito. Kunyari sa franchise management, no? Paano kunyari si franchisee gusto niya ma-involve yung relative niya or for example, the brother involved sa operation?
So, that's his option. So the option is that, for example, we can negotiate with them na, for example, okay, we can run it for the first 6 months to 1 year. After that one, you can pass it on to your relative to run it for you.
Okay.
So there's a duration lang there's a contract duration for how long we will franchise manage it for you. Okay. So these are the events which we usually have, diba? So some of the events which we have is our franchise fiestas. So we just did the last one in Jakarta. We've done some for Shanghai. We've done for Dubai. We've done for Singapore. So, and during these times, during these franchise fiestas online, the franchisor na sumasama usually gives a promo available to that specific country, and those nanonood. So if you attend any of our franchise fiesta online, you get special promos from our franchisors. We also have our exclusive promos. Like I said, exclusive promos are being offered during the Franchise Fiesta online, but also in our upcoming International Franchise Day, August 28. We'll be celebrating International Franchise Day. That's the first by Easy franchise. We can give you very special offers. Sometimes 50% off the franchise fee. Meron pa, 0 franchise fee. So, abangan nyo yan. Next one is co-ownership. This is a big question, Mike. I think this is what you wanted to ask here as well.
Yes. Some
people they want to invest in a franchise, but maybe hindi let's say it's 1 million pesos, hindi kaya ng buong budget mo, no? It can be a co-ownership arrangement. Let's say, for example, we've arranged for some franchisees na maybe you get kunyari the galing Singapore, like ginawa mo sa Mercato, the Mercato United Kitchen. Yes, you each give you get 4 people with 250,000 pesos each, and you invest in one franchise, right?
Yes.
Which can be done. We can handle those co-ownership arrangements for you na magkakaibigan kayo to put up a franchise in the Philippines. For the others, hindi sila magkaibigan, we just arrange for them to get into one franchise deal, di ba? For example, Tim Hortons, you can actually invest in Tim Hortons, and we handle that as well. There's a sort of co-ownership arrangement where they can all invest into a Tim Hortons. So right now, if you couldn't invest in a big franchise before, now you can. You can have partners investing in a big franchise, and you can even make those partners your friends, di ba? But if you don't, if you're not interested to go with friends, okay then. We can also help you invest in one franchise here in the Philippines.
Usually, sir, sa co-ownership, usually gaano karami yung max na tao? For example,
depende. I mean, there's a limit by law. I think it's about, Francis would know this better, I think about 18 or 19 who can co-own one franchise, no? But usually that's for a very, very big franchise. For me, the lesser people who invest, the easier also for you,
Yes,
right?
correct.
So basically, I suggest that's only for really big ticket investments. Let's say, I guess if you want to get a Jollibee, right? If you want to invest in a Jollibee franchise. But for the smaller ones, it's easier. Maybe 1 to about 2 to 3 investors. That's just my recommendation now.
All right.
Next slide, please. Sorry, next slide. So what makes us different is that we're not just selling the franchise brand, but we're actually solving every pain point in the journey of a potential franchisee to come over here. So yung mga business plans ninyo, all the services are catering to your franchising needs, so you don't have to. We know your problem, especially OFWs. If you want to invest here, kahit looking for a location, we can help you. Taking care of the business permits, we can help you. Getting your staff, we can help you. So every step of the way, we can help you. Let's say, for example, if you want to own a franchise without managing it, may franchise management services kami. If wala kang capital para mag-invest sa isang franchise, but you still want to invest, we can do co-ownership for you, diba? And for example, if your franchise brand isn't getting enough franchisee, we can through Easy Franchise, we can help introduce you to investors who can help you also build your franchise. Yung tanong mo kanina, di ba? If it's a really good franchise, we can find people to help invest in the main franchise to help you grow it. Like, for example, one of our founders is Jose Jomag Magsaysay, Potato Corner. If he likes your franchise and he thinks it's got potential to grow, he will invest directly in your franchise. And you not only get his knowledge, not only his investment, but you get his knowledge of how he was able to grow Potato Corner, di ba?
Yes.
To help you also with your own franchise.
Even here in Singapore, sir, sobrang daming potato corners na.
Oh, ayan. So yeah, and that was his strategy, that was his growth plan. Imagine kung yung franchise mo maging next Potato Corner.
Oo nga.
Next slide, please. So finally, our team of franchise professionals offer free franchise consultation. So again, absolutely free. We can guide you through the process. All you have to do, again, please, you can send a message to the easyfranchise.com website, or you can visit our Facebook page, Easy Franchise. Absolutely free to consult with us. We can tell you what franchise might be ideal for you, what franchise is best in your province, given your budget, given your time. We've gone through so many. We know exactly what to do with that one. So next slide, please. Okay, Franchise Day. Announcing again, like I said, our special International Franchise Day, the first ever online franchise sale. So if you want to get a franchise, kumbaga para na Shopee or Lazada, di ba? Kung mag-iipon ka for a franchise, that's the day to wait for. Franchise Day 8/28. That's our first ever online franchise sale. So next slide, please. Malapit na yan, malapit na. So over here, we can show you how to own a franchise easily and at a discount. So we were able to negotiate with a lot of franchises to offer special discounts, even some free franchise fees, because that is the Easy Franchise way.
Grabe, free franchise fee.
Yeah. So these are many of our partner brands who will be participating during that day. You can see Tim Hortons, Mr. Donut, Rica's Baxilog, Tika Tika. I think that's Bok Tea, Avo Bravo, Chica's Self Tea, Samgyupsal. I think over here that's Esting's Berichon, Lavada, Right Tea, DL Weddings for Less, Chatuchak, Joy Bean, 20 Mineral Plus, Mediserve. They're all offering promos where you can get up to 50% on the franchise fee. For the others, 0 franchise fee just for that, just for our 8/28 offer.
Grabe. Okay, sure.
So again, please visit the easyfranchise.com page and see all the brands who will be participating in our Franchise Day. I'm very excited for all of you. I'm looking forward that you become the next big OFW franchise entrepreneur.
Ayun.
Ayan, yan yung presentation natin. I hope you guys all enjoyed. So again, thanks so much. Kung may mga katanungan kayo, please feel free to post it here right now. I would love to answer your questions. Now, one of the usual questions na lumalabas, Mike, for them is also, saan ako kukuha ng pera for franchising? Where should the money come from? Should I loan the money? Should I, or should be an investment? This is me personally, no? I don't know about you, Mike. And I prefer to tell people, diba, you have to have your rainy day savings. You set aside money for investments regularly, diba? So from the money that you set aside, it can be up to 30% of what you earn regularly can be set aside for for investments. After you've made the let's say it depends on you. That investment can go to your stock market investment, mutual fund investment, or it can go into your franchise investment. For me, that's very important. Don't use the money na pang araw-araw mo dyan, di ba? Not your living expense. Di ba?
Actually, Sir RJ, yung sinabi mo kayo na 250K to 300K, afford ng mga professionals here in Singapore.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's already one franchise. That's already one franchise for you.
Yung iba bonus lang naman nila to eh.
Yeah.
Actually,
And that's great. So that's a really, for me, that's a really good one. There are franchises right within that range.
yes, sir. Sir, may tanong pala ako. Kunyari dito sa sa franchise management. Okay lang ba kunyari yung services na kukunin ng isang franchisee is hindi lahat? Kumbaga, yung iba is ang kukunin lang nila is hiring pagdating sa recruiting. Then yung iba naman is for paghanap lang ng location.
Yeah,
Pero pagdating
sure,
sa management.
Yeah, we can do that. We've had those arrangements as well. We've had those
like
arrangements
tailored made management siya.
Yeah, because sometimes they want to rent themselves, but then they don't want the hassle of the business permitting or the location
Yes.
clean, or even checking the site. But again, guys, especially for if it's again, it's like this is for some people. It's a real estate play. Ibig sabihin dyan, location, importante rin dyan. So choosing a good site for your franchise is key. Some need high foot traffic. Some, di ba? But others naman, it's not foot traffic that they're looking for, di ba? Some are destination locations. So, you have to know how to choose the site best. And that's why we in Easy Franchise work together with the franchisors to help you choose the best location for where to put it.
Yeah, ayos. So, Sir RJ, paano kunyari ako? Meron akong isang franchise business na. So, itong franchise business ko na to, kailangan ko ng tulong pagdating sa management. But, yung brand itself, hindi siya ganun kaganda or hindi siya ganun ka-credible.
Well, the most that we can do is we can help you probably do the professional management. But we can't help you with improving the support of the franchisor, right? The owner
but
of the franchise.
you still accept us.
Yeah, but also, it also depends on how much we can help you with. I mean, of course, why? I mean, it's business, right? What if you could make money and we could make money, we can help you, but there are only limits to our skill sets,
Yes.
That's why again, I have to remind people when you invest in a franchise, it's always very, very important that you vet them very well. And that's, I know I'm selling myself over, selling Easy Franchise over here, but talagang those brands which we put over there that you see in the Easy Franchise promo for the franchise day, talagang masinsinan yung usapan namin dyan. We really worked with them, and dapat may track record. We've been to their stores. We know how they've run things. We've talked to the owners. They're credible. They've got integrity, and that's very key, di ba?
Grabe. Ayun. Grabe. So, sir, soon now, we would like to interview in our partnership with Easy Franchise. We will interview all your franchisors so they can showcase. They can showcase their products, no?
Hindi lang yan. When you interview them, they will offer also special promotions for the OFEs. So dapat makinig sila during the online broadcast to be able to avail of those special promos para lang sa mga OFE, Overseas Filipino Entrepreneurs na nakikinig.
Ayun. Grabe. Thank you very much, Sir RJ. So wala na ba tayong mga questions dyan? Actually, Sir RJ, nasabi mo na kasi lahat na kailangan naming tanongin.
Medyo marami akong nadaanan ng conference na parang ganito. So lahat ng mga frequently asked questions, alam ko na.
Yun nga, kaya wala nang matanong yung mga...
So
may mga messages ako dito na sinasabi nila na sagot mo na lahat ng tanong nila.
Oo. So yan, usually that's why that's the big thing lang. Again, it's just warning lang, or di ba? If pa-solo yung dumarating online offering a franchise, it's a bit difficult. That's why we consolidate a lot of them here, because at least that way we know if they're good or not. Siyempre, maganda yung marketing on Facebook. They can say how good it is, but then you don't really know until it's in a site where they're put side by side with other franchises. And usually you can tell if a franchise is credible pagkasama siya sa mga franchise associations like Philippine Franchise Association, AFI Association of Filipino Franchises, or Filipino International Franchise Association. Let me just take a call from my wife very, very quickly.
Yeah, sure. Alright. Naka-mute kayo,
So,
Sir
I'm back
RJ.
na.
Yan.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay lang yan. Si boss yan eh. So, commercial break muna tayo. Okay, I'm back.
Syempre. So anything you would like to endorse, Sir RJ?
Well, no, again, no, join us for the Easy Franchise, International Franchise Day 828. Kung mag-aabang kayo para sa isang franchise, wait for that special day. And hopefully, Mike, I also can come back here to talk about two other things. No, first of all, let's talk about the Mercato and the
Yes.
Mercato United Cloud Kitchen. We would love to invite as we grow the
Actually, ready ko
business.
yan, Sir RJ.
There, yan, okay. So
Mm.
this is actually a business I have to get. Mike is one of the investors over here. The Mercato Central United Cloud Kitchen. Kasi kung sa mga nakakaalam, no, na-inspire ako sa Mercato was actually inspired by my visits to mga Asian food markets. Kagaya ng Lau Pasat, yung hawkers markets dyan sa Singapore, di ba?
Yes,
Maraming
yes.
hawkers markets dyan, di ba? So we were the largest night food market there in the Philippines. But syempre, nung nagka-pandemya, hindi na kami malaking market na ganyan. But yung lumalaki dito ngayon is delivery or yung tinatawag ng mga cloud kitchen, di ba? So the biggest pain point over there became na, for example, pag mag-order ka online, di ba? Pag mag-order ka, usually, isa lang yung mapipilian mo because isa lang klaseng cuisine yan, di ba? Let's say, kung shawarma, shawarma lang yan. Kung pizza, pizza lang yan, di ba? And if you order from two of them, you have to pay 2 delivery charges, di ba?
Yes,
Not just one, di ba? But what can you do now with the Mercato United Cloud Kitchen? We brought together 15 vendors, di ba? So from the 15 vendors, pwede ka mag-order sa Cheesecake Factory, sa Bagnet, Isaw. You can order from all of them at 1 delivery charge. So wow, what a really great opportunity. At hindi lang yan, di ba? It's not just a cloud kitchen, hindi lang optimized cloud kitchen. It's also parang food court na rin yan. So even you can order a lot, but then eventually, pag maganda na yung health situation natin sa Pilipinas, people are going out again, they can actually eat in the Mercato Cloud Kitchen at
So may
the same
dine-in
time.
din.
May dine-in rin kami. Al fresco dine-in, di ba? Ganyan yung importante yung al fresco outdoor dine-in. And I'm very happy that Michael over here is one of our investors together with his team from OFE. I put this together with Francis Errol Medina na nakikinig dito ngayon from Dubai. And hopefully we can invite other future investors if they want to come into the future editions ng Mercato Cloud Kitchen. You're more than welcome. And the nice thing about the Cloud Kitchen is that we are also helping small food vendors grow. Kasi yung mga brands namin are not the big vendors. These are the small vendors na talaga nagsusumikap, di ba? So every time they buy from us, it's like you're helping a small food vendor grow at the same time. So you can be happy with your investment. You're making money, but at the same time you're also helping small vendors get big at the same time.
Tsaka very exciting yung sinabi mo yung before tayo nag-broadcast na you're aggressively expanding na yung Mercato United Kitchen.
Maraming mga mall na gusto na yung konseptong ito. They want us to start off. And I also know right now, like si Sir Francis was telling me earlier that may mga investors na OFWs from Singapore were saying, "Oh, this is a good idea," because you're seeing it also. I guess you're also seeing it here in Singapore, diba?
Yes.
That this is becoming a big concept as well. Good question from Almond. Sir RJ, meron pa bang regulatory board na nag-check ng performances ng franchisors? Not here in the Philippines, but rather there's no law here right now. That's why you need to be able to do your own due diligence and proper audits. And that's why we always tell people, if you look at franchises, you must always choose something that belongs to a franchise association because it's a self-policing body. So if you need to complain, you can complain there because they're there. But usually, get somebody na taga-association because kung taga-association, usually to be part of it and to stay there, they have to maintain certain standards of their organization, di ba?
Ayun. Grabe. So, we're very excited, Sir RJ, sa partnership natin with, actually, makita mo, OFE with EF, no? Medyo
we're
bagay.
Very happy with this partnership also as well. Gusto mo pasalamat lang sa aming managing director, si Bubbles Slim. Bubbles is really si Bubbles is really the brainchild behind this one. She helped fix up. She's got a great vision for the company. So very thankful to her for having done this one and helping really bring easy franchise to our OFWs and make it very easy for them to invest in franchises here in the Philippines.
Ayun. Thank you very much, Sir RJ. We will help you, will help Easy Franchise and our fellow OFWs na makita talaga yung product natin. Kasi nung nakita namin tong Easy Franchise, yung pumunta kayo dito 2 years ago, sabi ko
Oo.
ito yung kailangan ng OFWs.
Oo,
Ito
oo.
talaga.
Oh,
Kasi ako,
kung
Sir,
may mga, if you have people there pala, we can still go there. Let us know. I mean, when everything is clear, we would love to do roadshows there again.
sure.
Tell us what countries, tell us where you're from. If you're from, pakisulat lang dyan sa ating comment box. Are you from Singapore? Are you from Dubai? Are you from Qatar? Are you from Oman? Let us know para makagawa kami ng online franchise fiesta para sa inyo. We will tailor it for you, for your time zone. We will bring in brands na tamang-tama para sa OFW sa Oman, sa Qatar, sa Dubai, sa Saudi, sa Singapore, sa Hong Kong. We're glad to help you guys out.
Marami kaming viewers from Middle East, sir. Actually, karamihan sa Saudi Arabia and UAE.
Yan. So, and then, hindi lahat ng franchise mamahalin, di ba? May mga more affordable franchise. Or kung may mga kaibigan kayo sa Saudi, kunyari, hindi nyo kaya mag-franchise na 250,000 or 300,000, mag-ipon kayo 50,000 each, di ba? Para kunin sa franchise.
Ang importante, Sir RG, na simulan nila, no? Kasi usually, simulan mo lang ng isa eh. Magtutuloy-tuloy na.
When tuloy-tuloy na yan, you'll get the feel. And that's the thing about being an entrepreneur. You try, sometimes it doesn't succeed, but then you get used to it, di ba? You learn to become a better business person. You learn to become a better franchise entrepreneur.
Yung entrepreneurial instinct mo. Gumagaling.
Gumagaling. Become sharp, mas naging sharp eh.
Isang tingin mo na lang, sir, alam mo na kung scam or hindi, di ba?
Like at our point, we already know, we can tell kagad, ito, kaya nga tong nag-solo lang yan pag nagbenta sa Singapore because alam namin, hindi siya nakakabenta dito eh. Parang ganyan eh.
Correct. So, ayun. Siguro wala na mga questions from our viewers, Sir RJ. Pero, hinanda ko yung Facebook page niya, the RJ Ledesma Podcast.
So every Tuesday, I have the RJ Ledesma Podcast. Tumalabas po sa FB Live, but we're also available on Spotify, on Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts. Yung podcast ko po, RJ Ledesma Podcast, it's a business and entrepreneurship podcast where we interview yung mga top personalities and entrepreneurs sa Pilipinas. We learn more about their success secrets, how they became successful, and more importantly, ano yung mga suggestions nila on the opportunities in business for the new normal. So please listen, please subscribe to the RJ Ledesma Podcast.
So congratulations, sir, kasi one kayo sa top, one of the top kayo pagdating sa podcast, right? In terms of
business and entrepreneurship.
Business and entrepreneur, congratulations.
At pagkanda dyan, there's so many good stories to tell over there sa RJ Ledesma Podcast. I'm so proud of the people I've interviewed there. One person I'm very proud of who I interviewed there, who's also now my business partner, is David Almirol. Isa rin OFW. Alam mo I think David went to Iraq, Iraq eh.
Very inspiring nga yung story niya, sir. Napakinggan namin.
Very inspiring. I mean, he
humble
learned
beginnings.
Humble beginning. University of the Cordilleras, became an OFW in one of the US bases. He was made to be then naging de facto programmer. Lahat na pupunta sa kanya. Eventually came back home. He helped establish Multisys. Now, Multisys is a $1 billion peso company. PLDT bought 45% of that company for 2 billion pesos. It's growing. They created the Stay Safe app. And right now, they are partners of Mercato. Together with Dave Almirol, we are developing the Mercato app. Diyan lahat ng mga small food businesses, diyan sila magtitipon-tipon na. We are consolidating them on that app. You can order from them. You can even get delivery from them through the Mercato app. So very, very soon.
Grabe. We're very excited, Sir RJ. So, I'll just wrap it up. So, sa mga hindi pa nakakapag-follow din sa amin, at OF Entrepreneurs, we have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and meron na rin kaming TikTok. And of course, we have our OFE Investing Business Community where we share the problems, yung mga tips pagdating sa pag-negosyo. So, thank you very much again, Sir RJ.
Thank you. Maraming salamat rin. Sa lahat ng mga nakinig na hindi pa natutulog, maraming salamat. Yung advocacy rin namin is to help our OFWs. When they come back here, we want them to be the next big entrepreneur. Yes. Make sure to let your money make money at the same time. Again, if you're interested to get a franchise, please visit easyfranchise.com to choose yung mga selected franchises na alam natin na may track record, who are good, who have integrity to grow your business. So abangan yung International Franchise Day namin, 8/28. And please, makinig kayo sa RJ Ledesma Podcast. You can subscribe on Spotify. At kung nagustuhan pa ninyo yung mga sinasabi ko dito, please tag me online, take a picture, and then tag it online on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, RJ Ledesma. Again, maraming salamat, Michael Pe. at sa team ng OFE.
Yeah, and thank you very much. See you again on the next episode of OFE Kickstart.